So a while back, WitchFire did a little update, and by little I mean huge. And they added a new map and a couple guns and a couple spells, and reworked some of our systems. And I came back to check it out. Didn't really expect to get super back into it like I have, but here we are. And now I wanted to start this off with talking about one of the new guns, today being the RotWeaver. Now, as far as I know, this is the first gun that you find out in the world. I'm pretty sure every other gun is researched, but don't hold me to that because I can't really remember for certain. And you just so happen to find this at the end of the Shrieking Tower in the Island of the Damned. The workshop sought a weapon for timid prayers. The witches delivered a gun that lets shooters strike and retreat while foes wither. Yet, in typical fashion, the witches added a cruel twist. It works best with prolonged burst and at perilously close range. On one hand, I really like this weapon. And on the other, I don't like the play style that it tries to make you do. You can get around that play style really easily, but that sucks. It says, so at Mysteria level 1, shots apply decay. The longer the burst, the more powerful the curse. The effect wanes when the gun is not in use. So the decay ticks start at 5, and I believe they can go up to 8 or 9. Which is really, that's actually, I really like that. That's nice. At level 2, when an enemy dies from decay, a few bullets are regenerated in the magazine. Right here, that can be useful for certain play styles, but I don't really feel like the gun reloads really quickly. I don't think that is all that necessary, and I don't honestly use it that much. And at level 3, after a few seconds, cysts form on decaying enemies. When shot, these cysts explode, spreading decay to nearby enemies. So, on top of all of that, you get essentially a free blight cyst, which sounds better than it is, unfortunately. This gun works exceedingly well at taking out trash mobs. Decay ticks on the trash mobs usually kill them before the cyst forms. And even if the cyst does form entirely, it doesn't. You would be better off just killing the enemy. The cyst takes too long to form. The only enemies that this works really well with are elite enemies, and this gun is just not what I would use to take out elites. And on top of that, usually you clear through trash mobs so fast that you don't need assist to apply decay. You can just hold spray around a little bit and decay everything. Way faster, way easier, with way less skill involved. Just grab your mouse, left click, and shake your hand around, and you get the same effect as that cyst. And now, the one thing that annoys me the most is that the cyst does not explode unless you specifically shoot the cyst. Just a little idea I'm going to throw out there. Why not make it to where when the enemy that has the cyst attached to them, why not when they die, the cyst explodes? You don't have to shoot the cyst. Just, it forms, you kill that enemy, it explodes, infecting everybody. That would immediately make that tier 3 worth having. But as far as I'm concerned, this gun is just as good at level 1 as it is at level 3 because these two don't matter that much. And that's unfortunate to say. Now, my grievances out of the way, I would have to rate this. If I had to rate it, it would probably be B tier because it's very specific in its usage and what it's effective at doing. It's good in some situations, but it's God tier in others. Does that make sense? So, regular mapping and mobbing, it's B tier. You can clear out the trash, but you still have to pull something out to deal with the elites and whatnot, which is fine. There's a couple other guns that are just like that. But if you take this into the Shrieking Tower, it becomes just god tier. Because those levels that you go down, it's just swarming with enemies. And this thing's really good at fucking up a lot of enemies at a time. Although it's not going to kill the boss for you. I've tried. I tried to kill the boss on the original first map. The name leaves me. It's just the night guy. Yeah, I tried to kill him with it. I got to like a quarter of his health, and then I ran out of ammo. It's just really not that good at killing elites or bosses. So I think that really knocks it down a few pegs. Now, that compared to the Cricket, because that's our only other machine pistol, the Cricket can fuck up anything. This thing does a lot of damage. So if I had to directly compare the two, they have a little bit different usages where the RotWeaver is more area of effect, burning down a bunch of enemies all at once. The Cricket is a lot more bursty. So you come out, immediately kill something, and move on to the next thing. Whereas this, you kind of just spray and forget about it. So in conclusion, the RotWeaver is a very cool weapon that they added. I'm glad we have it. I do kind of hope that we get a rework on it already, because Tier 2 and Tier 3 are just simply not that useful. But as far as the lore goes, how the gun feels in practice, and there's already some crazy synergies, I can't wait to make some builds with it, and it's easily one of my top 3 favorite guns. So I hope y'all are enjoying WitchFire. I kind of wished I came back sooner. I came back pretty late, and I'll catch you guys later.